Hard work does not build wealth. Growth does not mean success. And profit does not mean you're winning. In fact, 82% of small businesses that fail don't fail because they weren't making money. They fail because they ran out of cash. That means most businesses don't die loudly. They die quietly. They look successful until they collapse. Sales look strong, social media looks polished, the owner looks confident, but behind the scenes, stress, scrambling, moving money around, waiting for invoices to hit, praying payroll clears. Today we're going to expose why this happens and, more importantly, how to fix it, not just financially, but mentally and structurally. Because this is not just a math problem. This is an alignment problem. Credit, business, life. When those are out of alignment, cash disappears. So today, let's talk about it. Now, most entrepreneurs confuse profit with cash. Profit is what your P&L statement says. Cash is what your bank account says. Profit is theory. Cash is reality. You can show $200,000 in profit on paper and have $7,000 in the bank. You can look successful online and feel broke in private. A business does not die from lack of profit. It dies from lack of cash. Cash flow is the heartbeat of your business. And when the heartbeat skips, everything is at risk. Now, a widely cited study found that 82% of small businesses that close do so because of poor cash flow management. Not bad ideas, not lazy founders, not lack of talent, cash mismanagement. That means this is fixable, but only if you stop pretending growth equals wealth. Growth without structure is financial suicide. So, here's something most financial channels don't really want to say, but I'm going to say it. Your identity produces your income. If you identify as the hustler who never stops, the underdog who charges less, the I'll figure it out later thinker, the visionary who ignores numbers, then your income will reflect just that. Because your belief creates how you feel. How you feel determines how you act. How you act determines your financial outcome. Believe, feel, act, results. That's the thing that I always say. If you believe money is stressful, you will feel anxious about money. You will avoid looking at money. You will act reactively and then wonder why you're broke. So as we go through these 7 hidden leaks, don't just hear tactics. Listen for mindset. Hidden leak number 1, no active cash flow management. Most business owners check revenue. Very few check cash timing. You land a $50,000 client, celebration, but they pay in 90 days. Meanwhile, payroll is due in 2 weeks. Software bills are due monthly. Marketing costs hit now. So you grow and go broke at the absolute same time. This is what I call the valley of death. Growth eats cash before it produces cash. The solution? You must forecast. Not be complicated with a complicated spreadsheet. Just expected income by date. Expected expenses by date. When you can see 60, 90 days ahead, panic disappears. Clarity creates calm, and calm business owners make better decisions. Hidden leak number 2, underpricing because of fear. Most pricing problems are not about being too expensive. They're about being too cheap. Why, you ask? Fear. Fear of losing clients. Fear of rejection. Fear of not being good enough. So you undercharge. And then you overwork. And then you reset your clients. And then cash disappears. You must price for overhead, taxes, marketing, profit, future growth. Profit is not greedy. Profit is oxygen. If your pricing does not allow margin, you are building a job, not a business. Detachment is required here. Detach from needing approval. Price from value, not insecurity. Hidden leak number 3, mixing personal and business income. This is the one that destroys entrepreneurs silently. You use your personal card for business. You float payroll with your personal credit. You blur the lines. Here's what happens. Your personal utilization rises. Your credit score drops. Your funding ability decreases. Now your business can't scale because your personal profile is damaged. This is what the CBL imbalance is. Credit affects business. Business stress affects life. Separate accounts are not optional. You have to open a business checking, business savings, business credit, and pay yourself properly. Structure builds stability. Hidden leak number 4, ignoring fundability. Here's something most don't understand. Even profitable businesses get denied funding. Why, you ask? Because they are not fundable. You might have no proper entity setup, no business credit profile, high personal utilization, no lender-ready financials. So when opportunity appears, you cannot move. Cash flow pressure increases because you have no access to capital. This is why I always teach alignment. If your credit is below 681, if your business structure is weak, if your books are messy, you are one crisis away from collapse. Strong businesses prepare before they need money. Hidden leak number 5, taxes treated like a surprise. Taxes are not a surprise. They're predictable, but many entrepreneurs treat taxes like future me will deal with it. Then April hits, or a quarterly payment is due, and it wipes out reserves. You must set aside 25 to 30%. Open a separate tax account. Pay quarterly. Taxes should never create panic. They should create preparedness. Preparation removes fear. Hidden leak number 6, avoiding the numbers. Visionaries avoid numbers, but numbers tell truth. If you don't know customer acquisition cost, profit margin, net cash position, runway, then you are flying blind. And blind growth leads to hard crashes. Use software, hire a bookkeeper, get clarity, because clarity creates confidence. And hidden leak number 7, the optimism trap. Entrepreneurs are hopeful, and that's beautiful. But hope without math is dangerous. You assume next month will be better. Sales will increase. Expenses won't rise. But you don't model worst case. Create 3 projections: conservative, realistic, optimistic. Prepare for the conservative. Operate in the realistic. Celebrate the optimistic. That is disciplined growth. Now, let me tell you a story. I once worked with a business owner doing over $1 million in revenue. From the outside, success. From the inside, $12,000 in the bank, 85% personal credit utilization, no tax reserves, no funding approval. One delayed contract almost destroyed everything. He wasn't broke because of revenue. He was broke because of misalignment. We fixed his credit, his pricing, his tax system, his cash forecast, his funding structure. Within a year, calm replaced panic. Confidence replaced scrambling. That's the difference between income and wealth. So what's the real root problem? Most businesses are not broke financially. They are broke structurally. Listen, if this is for you, you're getting it for free. All you've got to do is apply it. Structure begins in the mindset. If you believe I just need more sales, you will chase revenue. If you believe I need alignment, you will build systems. And systems create sustainability. Now, I have what I call the believe, feel, act pattern in business. If you believe growth equals wealth, you feel pressured to expand fast. You act without cash planning. You collapse under strain. If you believe structure equals wealth, you feel calm. You act strategically. You build steadily. You last. Your beliefs about money shape your business outcome, and there's no question about it. Now, we also got to talk about detachment, the missing ingredient. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. I say this all the time. It means you are not desperate. Desperation causes underpricing, bad loans, overhiring, tax avoidance, emotional decisions. Detached leaders think clearly, and clarity protects cash. You cannot build wealth from a place of panic. Now, how do you move from looking successful to being successful? Here's your blueprint. Forecast cash weekly. Separate personal and business fully. Improve your personal credit score above 681. Build a lender-ready structure. Set aside taxes automatically. Price for margin. Model conservative projections. This is not flashy, but it is powerful. Now, the economic escape truth. Most people think freedom comes from bigger revenue. It doesn't. Freedom comes from stability. When your cash flow is predictable, when your credit is strong, when your structure is clean, you sleep better. And entrepreneurs who sleep well make better decisions. So the hard truth, if you feel broke while growing, it's not because the economy hates you. It's not because clients are bad. It's not because success avoids you. It is because something is misaligned. And misalignment is fixable. Listen, in conclusion, 82% of businesses fail because they run out of cash. But cash problems are rarely random. They are patterns, pricing patterns, credit patterns, identity patterns, avoidance patterns. When you fix the pattern, you fix the money. You move from hustling to building, from surviving to scaling, from profit illusions to real wealth. If this challenged your thinking, don't just like this video, but definitely like it. Decide today that your business will not secretly struggle behind the scenes. Decide that your credit, your business, and your life will align. Believe differently. Feel steady. Act strategically, and watch what happens. Subscribe if you are serious about building a business that lasts. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these leaks hit you the hardest. Let's build something strong. Let's build something stable. Let's build real wealth. You be blessed until our next time. Take care.